Okay. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on tonight. And thank you to all of you who watched the recording later. Thank you for taking time to do that. We're going to have a couple really good health testimonies tonight to show you how the products work differently for everyone. So, we're going to just jump right into that right now. I'm going to have Elizabeth Green share how the Plexus products have changed things for herself and her husband. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Okay, hi, I'm Elizabeth Green, and we've been using Plexus for about 3 years now. And I actually never signed up for myself. I signed up for my husband. I didn't think I needed anything. Um, but he has had some health issues that we thought maybe we would try and tackle. And so we originally started on the products with him 5 years ago. And I was pregnant with our last baby, and he's was dealing with, like, ever since we were married, we knew his cholesterol was high, and he has diabetes in his family, and he has like chronic headaches and things like that. So I can't remember exactly why we decided for him to stop using at the time, but it was a godsend whenever we did have him on that, because I was in the first trimester of pregnancy. I was exhausted. I couldn't stand being around food. I couldn't hardly do anything. And he kept up with cooking and taking care of our other son and all the housework and everything. I was like really struggling. And so that first trimester is whenever he was on it. And he did not have the energy crashes he used to. And he stayed healthy. And like I said, I can't remember why we decided to stop using the products. But we decided that, like, it wasn't exactly meeting every single goal. We probably just didn't stick with it long enough. And so we, like, fast forward 2 years, he actually asked me if he could go back on the products, because he's like, I felt so healthy. I felt better. And I did not have the issues with energy, and I stayed like healthy. Like, sickness is so bad this time of year. And he, like, remembered not getting the normal viruses and stuff that went around. So we enrolled him again 2 years later. And at the same time, I saw his energy come back, and I noticed that he was staying healthy again, and his headaches were diminishing. And then I had a baby that was a year and a half at the time, and he never slept, and he was just high maintenance. And so I was so tired. I was having gut issues since his birth, and I was trying to eliminate foods and everything. When I saw my husband um, having this great success again, I was like, I think I need to try these for me. And I saw my energy and stamina pick up even through sleepless nights. And my gut issues almost resolved themselves within a week, which was amazing to me. And I was able to eat, like, bread and foods like that again that really bloated and irritated me. So since then, I've never looked back. I've used the products every single day. I don't think hardly without missing a day, because I know how much better I feel. And I have a few autoimmune issues that I've seen resolved over the last 3 years. And so that's been neat to see it slowly working on my body to heal some long-term issues that I've had. So I never intended to share the products either. And here I am working the business side of it, just because it's benefited our family so much. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, our Plexus testimony.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Would you share what products are you using and what does Jeremy use? Just because I know people sometimes are curious about that.
Yeah, I mainly use the triplex for me. I do add in Vital Biome for stressful days, and then I drink Active almost on the daily. And that's another thing. I couldn't do caffeine hardly at all, but I can do like a portion of an active stick, because the green tea is much gentler on my system. My husband does the triplex daily. He's sometimes bad about the pink drink, but he tries to remember to get that in every day. And then he uses Ease quite a bit. That's helped him with headaches and some of the other issues he has with his joints and things. So those are the main things that we use.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I asked Crystal to share if she would share what she has been experiencing with her health since she started Plexus. She just started Plexus. Has it been maybe 30 days now, Crystal? Maybe. Oh, I'll let you. It's not been long. It's been short. And I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised by what she shared with me um, on our phone call we had last week. Crystal is my level 2. She is Julie Sears level 1. So, Crystal, would you share what you have noticed change for you since you've started um, and what products you have started with using?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Crystal. So I've only been doing this for a little over 3 weeks. So it has been less than 30 days. Within the first week, I noticed drastic energy level changes. I have chronic fatigue and I'm always tired, to the point where I would wake up in the morning and then by 10 o'clock, I'm ready for a 4 hour nap and could sleep that long. Um, I've had to change, I'm on some medications outside of this, and I've had to change medications to help with the fatigue. And it's gotten better. I don't feel like I'm like narcoleptic anymore. But before Plexus, I was still doing like a midday daily nap, and having to set an alarm to make sure I'm up. Otherwise, I would just sleep all day. And since starting, um, I've had a few naps over the last couple of weeks, but not daily. And I feel great. Like I feel like I can get through my day without feeling exhausted. And all the things that come with feeling exhaustion, stress, anxiety, the feeling of being overwhelmed, irritable. Um, yeah, I feel good. I think I'm doing the Plexus Triplex. I'm not sure. The pink drink and the ProBio and the other one.
Probably the BioCleanse.
Yes,
Okay.
those three. Yeah. So I do two religiously in the morning, and then I only take two of the other one at night. And I'm just now starting to feel gut issues um, getting better when it comes to like irregularity and stuff like that. So, but overall, I feel pretty good.
Thank you so much. And in such a short amount of time. And I know that's not everyone's story. Not everyone has night and day changes in a shorter amount of time. A lot of people, it's a more of a gradual process. And then one day, 3 months later, they're like, oh, I'm actually not exhausted like I used to be anymore. Or, oh, I'm not having what bloating like I used to do, or other more serious things. So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And Crystal is a mom of, is it 2 boys or 3 boys? 2 boys. Okay. Yes. And she's back. She's taking classes too. So she has a lot on her plate. So yeah. Okay. Um, just a few minutes because I want to share with those of you who are on here, those of you who watch this later, if you're using the Plexus products, which I'm quite sure you are if you're watching this, if you've experienced health changes, I want to encourage you to share about it on social media. You have a free platform where you can, it's so simple, you guys. It's so simple to the point where you could mix up your pink drink. Pretend this is clear. You can mix up your pink drink, put it in your glass, stick it on the counter, and just take a picture of your glass. You don't even have to have your face in the picture. Because I know some people get really nervous putting their face on social media. I get it. To start off with, okay? And all you have to do is say, I am so appreciative of this drink. It has helped me with XYZ. I'm so thankful for it. I use it every day. It's as simple as that. So, my question is, are you willing to use social media with purpose to share Plexus, but also not just to share Plexus, and it's to also we all have a Facebook account. or an Instagram account, but I'm just going to focus on Facebook right now. We all have a Facebook account. Are we using it with purpose? Are we, because here's the thing, there are a lot of people on social media. We have a lot of friends, a lot of family who are on social media. And what's one thing that people will say about Facebook? They'll say it's a waste of time. It's only a waste of time if we let it be a waste of time. But if I choose to use Facebook with purpose, that means, okay, there are lots of people on that are going to see my post or see my stories. I want to be an encouragement to the circle of people I have who are in my Facebook friends list. What can I put on Facebook today that's going to encourage them? And I'm going to also go one step further, not a shared post, because shared posts don't actually get in front of people's eyes, but just something simple or something that's important to you to encourage people who see your post come up in their newsfeed on Facebook. So my question is, are you using Facebook with purpose? Okay. Because we have a lot of people on there in our friends list who are discouraged, who are disappointed in things. And when they come to Facebook, they're coming to be entertained, even if they don't think they are, but they are. We all are to some extent, right? But we have more of an understanding and awareness of, let's use this for good intent. Let's use this to encourage people who go on after supper when they're sitting on their couch at night and they just want to see something that makes them happy. Because there's already a lot of icky things, sad things, bad things, hard things, wrong things on Facebook. We can go on there with some purpose and encourage people. And it can be as simple as sharing something that's important to you and also sharing about the goodness of how Plexus helps as well. Okay, so I am transitioning into a little bit about ProBio 5. And the cool thing is that I am not going to talk too much about this because I feel disqualified in talking about this, because this morning, my sideline friend, Jamie Withrow, went into a deep dive on ProBio 5 on Master Your Monday. And so I'm going to put the recording in our team chat so that you can watch it, because she goes really well into ProBio 5. Excuse me. And I learned something really cool today from her. For those of you who watched it or were on, about how you can actually take this two different ways. And that was super, super fascinating to me. I didn't fully understand that I could do that. But okay, so when I started Plexus, this is kind of a slight health testimony combined with this product. Okay. When I started Plexus, I was dealing with very uncomfortable, painful gut issues, bowel issues from the effects of being around black mold in our little house that we were living in at the time. My husband took care of the black mold, but me and my naive mind thought that once he took care of the black mold, our health issues would go away, but that's not the case. And so I was introduced to Plexus through a Facebook post. See, there's Facebook, through my friend Monica, who had just started Plexus, and she shared about ProBio 5 in one of her Facebook posts. Come in. Shut the door. Thank you. And shh, okay. All right. Ugh. Okay, you have to be quiet. So I saw her share about ProBio 5, and we were dealing with gut bowel issues at the time. And it was like a light bulb went on. There was I feel like truly a switch flipped on in my brain when I saw her post. It was a picture of a tree, and was all these, I can't remember now exactly what it was, but it was like all these different health issues that were stemming from a root gut issue. And it grabbed my attention. And I think I reached out to her. I don't remember exactly the timeline of that, but very, very soon after I saw that, I got in conversation with her, and I was very curious. And part of that conversation was about ProBio 5. And what I found out was that ProBio 5 is not just your average probiotic. It's also not your most expensive probiotic out there that a lot of people will go to, like a holistic doctor, and they'll get a very, very pricey probiotic that has to stay in the fridge. yada, yada. It's not that either. It is a probiotic that can sit on your shelf, should be sitting on your shelf. And what it does that totally blew my mind was that it breaks apart the yeast organisms in your gastrointestinal tract. And why is that important? Because it not just puts good probiotic strains in your gut, it kills off the bad bacteria, the yeast that we get from lots of things in our environment. That term candida, it kills that off in our gut, which is why so many people have seen major health changes in their body when they've added Probio 5 to the mix, because it actually kills off the yeast overgrowth. And that's a big deal. We're supposed to have a little bit of yeast bacteria in our gut for healthy balance. Close your mouth. Now, we're going to go out. Thank you. But we don't want it to be an overgrowth, because that's where autoimmune issues come from. That's where other autoimmune issues, skin issues, mental health issues, gut issues, bowel issues. So one thing about Probio 5 is that one thing to remember when people say, well, I'm already on a probiotic, or they're like, what's so special about this? You can say, we can find info on that too if you're curious, but this actually helps to kill off the yeast overgrowth, which is where the root issue is stemming from. So that's all I have for tonight. Does anybody want to share briefly something about how Probio 5 has helped them? If not, that's fine.
I can share what it's done for my boys. My oldest had extreme gas pains, like to the point where we thought he had appendicitis one time, and we're in the ER and he was just backed up. And we eat fairly healthy, and so we couldn't figure out why. But when we started on the products, Melody told me that I could like open capsules for him because he wasn't able to swallow pills, and I just put it in applesauce or yogurt. And he since then has not had any gas pains. And he doesn't take it regularly now, but whatever was going on in his gut, like he probably should take it regularly, but he just doesn't. I don't stay on top of him. But whatever he had going on with his gut was kind of taken care of at the time because of the Probio 5.
Yeah, thank you for that. You probably told me that. I forgot about it. So I'm really glad you shared that, Elizabeth. And I've also given my kids periodically over the last 9 years Probio 5 as well, along with a few of the other products here and there. But Probio 5 was actually the first Plexus product that I would get all my babies started on, and just put a dusting in their baby food or mix it into a bottle or whatever. So anyways, thank you so much for sharing that. I think we're done for now. At 8 p.m. Central, Rising Diamonds Zoom Monday night meetup starts, and it looks really, really good from the graphics that they have shared. So I popped the link already in the team chats, and if you're able to get on to learn, you're going to learn a lot. If you can't, watch the recording this week. It's really, really good. So thank you all for coming on tonight. And thank you for those of you who watch the recording later. Have a good night. Bye.